Hey, what's going on to all my gaming addicts and gameaholics? Welcome to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast, a show all about gaming and other related news to give you that fix to ease your gaming itch. This is episode number 44, and today is May 22nd, 2022. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and talk about the new PlayStation Plus updates and the launch date. We're also going to talk about Xbox selling big in Japan, and also EA is looking to be required. All right. So, of course, I am your host, Trey Turpin, and you already know I'm always here with my brother, Shane Turpin. What's going on, bruh?
What's going on, bro, man? Glad to be back once again. Like I always say, man, doing what we love to do.
Yes, sir. Back with another one. This is really, I'm excited to do this episode because I feel like that I'm actually going to be one of the first podcasts that actually talk about some of this, because some of this news actually launched like later on in the week. So, I'm like, oh yeah, everybody had already went ahead and did their weekly podcast. So they'll probably talk about it next week. But I'm excited that, like I said, we'll probably be one of the first to talk about it. So, like I said, it's going to be a good one. So, before we actually get started, we always like to go ahead and talk about what we've been up to and what we've been playing. So, I got to throw it to Shane. I know you were really playing that Grand Theft Auto 5 right before I hit you up.
Mm, yeah, man. That's been my main go-to here lately. I mean, I haven't played it in a long time. I know I talked about it a little bit last time on our last podcast, but I, I mean, I can't lie. It does look a lot better. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the greatest, but like in some instances, I'd be like, man, is this GTA 5? How is this game held up so well? Like, I don't know, man. It still looks pretty darn good. You know what I mean? To be GTA 5,
Yeah.
you got to give it to
Oh, yeah.
where it's coming from. So, but I mean, yeah, mostly I've been playing online. Trying to build up my character there. You know, what I mean, I started all over, so it's a grind from the bottom. It ain't no big deal. But I also been playing that I've been trying to beat that Crash Bandicoot since the fourth
Okay.
one or whatever. So we bought that a long time ago when it first came out, and we were playing that. We played that for about 3 or 4 hours today before we left the house
Oh, okay.
early.
Okay. Getting your girl into it.
Yeah. Actually, she was playing it when I came home from work, and then
Mhm.
I got comfortable, and I was like, "Shoot, let me get the sticks." And then we just started taking turns. We beat like 5 or 6 levels, and then just kept going at it. You know what I mean? Probably jump on it later
Mhm.
too, for real.
Okay, so you guys just jumped in the fourth one. You guys haven't played like the Insane trilogy or anything?
She's played like I believe like the original one back in the day, like on
Okay.
PlayStation and stuff like that. But I don't think she's like kept up with every saga. But I've played several of them. I can't say I've played every one, but
Mhm.
I can't think of the last time I played it except for like back in the day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Okay,
but
yeah, I was just
I definitely like it, man. It's definitely a new twist on it. It's definitely like it's all kind of different suits you can get put on, and do different abilities and stuff. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
shoot, y'all definitely got me wanting to check it out. I know that I was trying to get the remastered versions, the Insane trilogy, and I think those when they released the remastered trilogy, that's when they were like, "Oh yeah, we got to come out with a fourth one." And then they went
Right,
ahead
right.
and made that fourth one, and the fourth one, like you were saying, it was looking dope. Like they actually had like some crazy stuff that they added into the franchise that's new to it. So I'm definitely want to. That's what's up. I'm
Yeah,
glad you guys are enjoying it.
yeah. I
Definitely.
slept on it at first. That's why we really didn't play it
Mhm.
as much. But then, like, we just kept at it, like, kept at it. Then I started getting more interested in this. I'm like, oh yeah, they definitely did this one all right. You know what I mean? I'm like, so we've been addicted to it for real.
Right.
Like, we don't want to put the sticks down.
But that's what's up. Well, I know the developers, Toys for Bob, they are the ones that actually, I think they did the Insane trilogy and then they made the fourth one. But I know they were tasked out to do Call of Duty as well. So hopefully, with this acquisition that Microsoft is trying to pull off, they're able to go ahead and take some of these studios back that are support studios for Call of Duty, so they can take a break of supporting Call of Duty and actually go out and try to make other IPs or bring back, revitalize other IPs as well, like they did with the Crash Bandicoot.
Big
So that'd be
facts.
dope. But okay. So that's all you just GTA and that Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, man. For the most part, I haven't touched back on Elden Ring, but it's still in the catalog, man. I'm not gonna forget it. I haven't had much free time, so I've been hitting the something I can jump into quick and get out of quick if I have to. You know what I mean?
Yep. I feel it. Okay, yeah, I've actually I've been playing that Halo still, trying to grind that season 2 battle pass. Been playing that. And also I seen that PGA Tour 2K21 was free this weekend on Xbox. So, me, I actually found love for golf when one of my buddies back in Oklahoma, he took me golfing with him for the first time I've actually went. And man, I just fell in love with golf. Like, of course, I'm nowhere near as nice, nowhere near as good. I just love the vibes of just, it's pretty much just like playing putt putt, but just on a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? And he really got me addicted to it, so it made me more interested in playing golf. So now that I know that the Tiger Woods games were huge back in the day, and 2K went ahead and purchased this studio who were doing the golf club games, and they went ahead and came out with 2K21. And I just been playing that. Went ahead and won my first PGA Tour. It was definitely a lot of fun. It makes me want to get back out there on the green and just, knock some balls around, driving the go-karts, you know what I'm saying? Drinking a little something, something. So definitely I've been playing that. And I believe a new like 2K23 PGA Tour that's supposed to be coming out this year. I believe so. So I'm definitely looking forward for that. It's just a good, chill vibe game. You know, I wouldn't say it's competitive, but I know it is. I'm just not playing anybody online yet. I'm just versing the computer, just spanking a butts, just trying to learn the ropes and things like that. Cause this is a new sports game for me. So, it's something I gotta just start learning a lot more, different, knowing what different clubs to use. This is that and the third. So
We'll have to
that's
go to the driving range sometime.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we my wife and I we went to Top Golf not too long ago and had a blast. So we're definitely trying to get back to that for sure. And like I said, I know the post here that I'm on, they have two different golf courses.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying, 18 holes each. So I'm at least trying to start going to those as soon as I want to get some new clubs. I got some clubs, but I want to get some new clubs. Like I think I'm that invested in playing
Right,
golf.
right, right. Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, whenever that happens, I'm definitely going to be back out there,
Let me get
especially
the
for.
old clubs on the deal.
I got you. That's too easy. I got you.
I
Um,
go with you too. Nah, cause granddad used to take me back in the day. I actually used to play a lot of golf video games. Um, but I found a love for the sport back when granddad used to take me when I was a kid. I was like, man, 7, 8 years old. He used to take me golfing. He used to golf all the time. And I thought it was strange, just seeing a black man out there playing golf back in
yeah,
those days. This is way before Tiger and
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
All that
Facts.
stuff, you know what I mean? So it was like odd, you know what I mean, for me. And I'm like, we do we play golf? And then, he showed me the ropes and I used to watch him. You know how he was. He
Yeah. I
cuss you
already
out in a
know.
heartbeat if you know.
Yeah. You do something wrong, it's a wrap. Like,
Yeah, don't be messing up. You gonna feel it or know it.
yeah. Look.
So definitely had a good time. So that's where I found my love for golf at for real. So
That's that's what's up.
definitely got to check out that PGA
Yeah. I would recommend it for sure. Definitely change of pace as well too.
for
So
sure.
yeah, but yeah, that's all I've been playing, man. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the news. But of course, before we go ahead and get started, um, let's see. So, of course, before we get started, if you would like to help support the show, go ahead and subscribe to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay up to date when new videos drop. And don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. For our audio listeners, make sure to subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to stay up to date for new episodes. Also, rate and leave a review, which would help the show out tremendously. And of course, on behalf of The Gap, a big thanks to everyone for continuing to show love and support. All right. So, like I said, can't wait to talk about these topics here. I feel like, I'm jumping ahead of the curve. Like I said, everyone had already went ahead and talked about and made their weekly podcast. I'm sure they'll be talking about it more in depth. So definitely be on the lookout for these topics if you haven't heard about them already. But if you want to hear our takes on them, we're going to go ahead and start with we're going to talk about the PlayStation Plus making their game announcements that's going to be a part of the service, as well as the release date for the US and Japan. All right. So let me pull up the article here. So we already know that PlayStation announced a few weeks or a month or so back about creating like a new PlayStation Plus, revamping what they already had and make it more on par with like Xbox Game Pass. So let me pull it up here for you guys. All right. So here, so it definitely says Sony's new PlayStation Plus subscription launched June 13th, and here's the list of games. Now, it has the list of all the games, but I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to read out a couple because there is a lot. Like, I was very impressed with this. All right, so this is a article that's on theverge.com. And it says that Sony has confirmed the launch date and other details for the 3 new PlayStation Plus tiers it's launching, which will be available in the US starting on June 13th. The new PlayStation Plus option looks a lot like Xbox Game Pass, which gives players access to a collection of games that rotate periodically and gives new owners a cheaper way to access a library of quality gaming titles right out of the gate. It has also released a full list of PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 games to come in the launch time frame, with big names like Spider-Man, The Last of Us Part 2, and God of War, as well as its lineup of classic games. However, Sony has said that unlike Microsoft, it won't include brand new first-party games in the subscription package. Sony has also confirmed that Ubisoft is bringing its subscription package to PlayStation as Ubisoft Plus Classics, which will be bundled with the Plus Extra and Plus Premium subscription tiers and includes 27 games at launch. However, once again, unlike the Ubisoft Plus subscription available now on PC, Stadia, and Luna, it won't include day one release titles. Outside of Plus subscribers, PlayStation notes that if you previously purchased the digital versions of games from the original PlayStation and PlayStation Portable generation, you can download these new versions at no additional cost. PlayStation will also offer limited time game trials as part of its PlayStation Plus premium plan. These trials will last 2 hours and game save data will carry over if you decide to purchase the game. While PlayStation Plus is coming to North America and South America on June 13th, it will hit Asia on May 24th, Japan on June 2nd, and then Europe, Australia, and New Zealand on June 23rd. All right. And now here's a list of games that they're going to have. This is, I'm going to just name a few that's coming out for the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 games. All right, so they got Bloodborne, PlayStation 4, Days Gone, PlayStation 4, Death Stranding and Death Stranding's Director Cut, Demon Souls for the PlayStation 5, Destruction All-Stars, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 versions, God of War, PlayStation 4, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Resogun, Returnal, Shadow of the Colossus, The Last Guardian, and the whole Uncharted collection that came out on PlayStation 4, the Nathan Drake collection, A Thief's End, and the Lost Legacy. All right. And they also have some third party PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games as well, which are Ashen, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 versions, Control Ultimate Edition, Dead Cells, Hollow Knight, Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 version, NBA 2K22, Red Dead Redemption 2. All right. And then they also have those are the names of the demos they're going to have, and they also have a lot of classic like PlayStation 1, 2, 3 games and then PlayStation portable games coming out as well. Here's the whole list here, but I calculated it all. It's about 58 games in total from the PlayStation 1 to 3 and PlayStation Portable Air. So that's going to be available for you as well. And that's about it. So it sounds like Shane, he seemed like he was surprised about this announcement here. So you already know I'm going to go ahead and throw it your way. Subscribe. You subscribing day one?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends how much it is monthly, though.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I could read that here for you because it did bring it up. Should have mentioned it. So it says, okay, the PlayStation Plus essential cost is $9.99 a month and provides basic access to online services just like the previous Plus subscription. Then there's also Plus Extra, which offers everything in Plus Essential and comes with a catalog of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games for $14.99 a month. And then the PlayStation Premium tier comes with all these perks in addition to an extra 340 games and the ability to stream PlayStation 3 titles from anywhere. It also includes the benefits players use to get from PlayStation Now combined with Plus. All right, so it seems like as long as you're paying $14.99 or higher, you're getting all of this, what I just mentioned.
So you have to pay the $14.99 in order to get these games.
Yes. Yeah, to get the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 games at least.
Right.
But to get the classic games, you got to pay, I believe it's either $17.99 or $18.99 for the premium tier.
That's a bit.
But they do have yearly. That's the thing. See.
Yeah, and it's yearly cheaper.
Yeah.
Or
Yearly
the exact same price.
Yeah. I think it's so 15 would be just like on Xbox a year, it would be $180. I think it's $120 for a year. And then it's $100 for the tier under that, which is the extra.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then for the regular joint is going to be, I think it's still going to be like 60 or something like that.
Okay.
So
that ain't too bad. That's a better deal. But I mean, if you buy it yearly, but if you buy it the monthly, I don't like it either. But I mean, I would definitely I would at least get the $14.99 one, but I might try the first one at first and see how many of the PlayStation 1 games and stuff I actually played. But I'm actually surprised that they put that many games out there, really trying to make this compete with Game Pass. I mean, but it seems that a lot of the games is all their older titles that are released that I've already put out, already made all the money off of. You know what I mean? Like the games everybody's already either bought or played. If you're actually a PlayStation fan like that, if you own a P4 and currently a P5, you've probably played most of these games.
Yeah, definitely. That I felt the same way when I heard all of this. Like it all sounds great, but most of it still sounds like the same old stuff that people have already played, except for they do got a lot of PlayStation 5 games on there too.
Right, but for someone like me who's been out the loop since PlayStation 3, this is perfect. I haven't played any of those titles. I would have a ball just off my subscription. I'm gonna have to buy a game for a while.
Yeah,
I can just buy a console and I would be set.
Yeah, see, and
Me
then that's
personally,
it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like even if you did have to pay $15 a month, like it would be worth it for you because all of the you like you said, you would have literally like everything at your disposal right here. You know what I'm saying? All the hottest games that came out in the PlayStation 4 generation and the new ones that came out here recently
it
for the
recently
PlayStation
came
5.
out about a year or so. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Launch day
So
type of thing.
like that's why I said like I literally purchased Returnal and Deathloop. That's all I really bought on my PlayStation 5 so far. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Everything else is like I've been buying PlayStation 4 games, so and my next purchase, I've been waiting to buy that Ghost of Tsushima. I've been waiting to get Death Stranding. I've been waiting to get Demon Souls and
The
and
wait is
and,
over,
Mou-
my friend.
and Miles Morales. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dang, I don't have to chuck out that much money to play these games anymore unless I really wanted to own them.
Right.
So I'm still excited. I'm like, okay. Like I was very surprised at this announcement, and then for them to also add the Ubisoft games as well.
Hey,
They're gonna have
I gotta give it to him. Big ups to him for making this move, man. I'm excited. I'm happy, and this right here proves what competition is all about. And you know, what I mean, if Microsoft wouldn't have took that leap, I don't think they would have ever done anything of the sorts like this. So I just feel like that just shows how diversity and competition pushes things forward or in a new direction. I mean, and us as the consumer can either tell them we either buy into it or we don't. If we don't buy into it, we don't like it, they'll switch it up. We let them know. If we do,
Mhm.
we'll keep purchasing it and, you know, we'll keep moving forward. I'm loving it.
Yeah, same here, man. Like I'm excited. Like I can't believe that they're pulling this off. The only caveat that they don't have is their games releasing on here day and date. That's the only thing
Yes,
that
only
is
thing.
is very appealing with Xbox Game Pass is the fact
Right.
that their first party games hit the service on their day and date
Day and
and
date, right? So every
and
new
are
game that comes out, I got it. I don't have to wait the day it drops. I have it
yep,
pre-installed
yep.
before, and as soon as it drops, be playing. Yeah, that's the only up one they have, and I think Sony is trying to do everything they can in their power not to
Not to
have
do
to
it.
do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's definitely inevitable, but they're definitely trying to prolong it as well.
Oh yes, for
So
sure.
which I don't blame it. This is a very good start. You know what I'm
I just
saying?
figured
This
I figured their price would have been a little more competitive for Game Pass just because of the whole day and date thing. I feel like they would have targeted their prices a little bit lower just to compete.
mm,
Because I just feel like you want me to pay more for less in a
well,
sense.
no. I mean, it's I mean, yeah, yeah. See, now this is where it's getting into where because like it's like they're charging you to play older catalog when Xbox is like here. If you own these games, you can play them, or if you have a copy laying around, or we also like in this service we have old Xbox games and we have 360 games and everything in here that you can play in the subscription for free. But if you don't have this subscription, as long as you have the disc or the digital version, you can still
You
play
can
those
play.
games.
Right.
PlayStation is keeping that locked behind a paywall. You know what I'm
True.
saying? So even though I think it said that as long as you've purchased the digital versions of the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, and the PlayStation Portable games, you can play those without being subscribed. So that seems like they're trying to get better with that. But
Right. Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's still like, hey, to play these 340
But only
plus.
the digital version though. So if you own the physical copy, it's better
Yes,
on the older system, pretty much.
exactly. So that's the only like you said, yeah, it comes with less, but I still think like they could still get away with it, especially with the simple fact that that's if you want to pay monthly. You're getting a steal if
There
you
you
just
go.
go ahead and get the year,
There you go. That
120.
makes more sense. And they're trying to lock people in for the year instead of
Mhm.
having you month to month, even though they probably make more money, but they'd rather have you long term because you're guaranteed, you
Yep.
know. on their
Exactly.
service for longer.
Go ahead and give me this upfront cost.
Right.
That's a guaranteed
Yeah, I got you
$120 right
for a
there.
year. Right.
Yeah, versus you just going to do it for 6 months and
And
then quit.
now
And
that I got you for the year, you might as well go ahead and buy that new game is about to drop because I ain't giving that to you for free.
exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. So, but all in all, man, like I definitely give it to, like you said, give the PlayStation for pulling
Sure.
something like this off. I wonder if we're gonna learn more as June 13th approaches. Because like I said, in Asia, it's launching on May
Hey,
24th.
right.
So we'll probably sometime this upcoming week, we're gonna figure out exactly what all it holds and everything like that. So
Hey, the only game that had me tripping though, I ain't even gonna lie, was Red Dead Redemption. Because I'm
why
like,
is that?
just because how if they're not getting the bag, man, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Like, just because how they
Mhm.
just went from Game Pass, now they going to their service.
Oh yeah, fact, facts. Yeah,
Hey,
no,
but
no,
I'm not mad at them though. But I'm just like, hey, man, they just recently got taken off of Game Pass, not and it was on there for so long, and
nah, no, it wasn't. No, it
I
wasn't.
swear it was on there for a
Mm-mm. Nope,
minute
nope,
because
nope.
I
I can
played.
go ahead and tell you. I can
Oh,
tell
it
you
was at least
now
2 months.
that. Yep. No. How many?
A few months. It
A
was at
few
least
months. Oh, I
3.
heard you say two. Yeah, it was probably three. That's
I
not
thought it was
usually a.
6 though, because
Mm,
it was on there for a minute, and I never started to play it. And then when I heard it was leaving,
started.
that's when I tried to start playing it, and I was
Yeah.
mad because it was actually good. But
No, they yeah, that's what I know. Grand Theft Auto 5 was on the service and Red Dead Redemption 2 was on the service. And those are the only games I know that joined the service and was on there for like less than 3 months. Like no
word,
more. Yeah, every other game is at least on there for a year, if not longer.
has it not been on there more than once? Then,
I
like,
believe Grand Theft Auto has, not Red Dead Redemption. I think Grand Theft
okay,
Auto was on there multiple times. But like I said, it wasn't on there for long at all. Shoot, even the San Andreas definitive edition that came out, that's gone already. Yeah,
dang,
that came out just a few months, like it launched on the service like late last year. So that was at least maybe a good 6 months, if that, when it dropped. So that was the longest a 2K game, or at least a high quality, high tier 2K game was on there. I'm sure they got some games on there. They have a 2K22 on there right now. So we'll see how long that'll last. And it looks like it's coming to this new PlayStation Plus subscription as well.
all right.
But yeah, they definitely get in the bag though. Like you said, hey, here you go. And it's probably only going to be on PlayStation for a couple months and then take it back off and
But
then
and I
get
feel
a
like
bag somewhere else.
it must be doing their game some justice, or I feel like they wouldn't be, you know, down to putting the games
Man,
on the
I
services.
know I remember hearing where like they said that 2K wasn't interested in, putting their games on services like that. But then again, when there was a rumor that Xbox was going to be buying 2K, they had like a interview with like the head of 2K where he was like loving the numbers that Xbox Game Pass was at the time. He was like praising the Xbox Game Pass and stuff. So like I have no idea. They just know with those properties like Red Dead and GTA, like those are like PlayStation IPs. Like you don't need to launch on those service day one because people are gonna buy them,
Right, right,
regardless. You know what I'm saying? So until they start being down bad or something like that, then you're probably not going to see any of their games on the service. And if you do, it's going to be for like a couple months and then they're pulled.
right.
Yep. But yeah, so your final thoughts on this. Do you think it's a good start with jumping in this competition
Yeah.
of games as a service or Netflix like
I give
services?
it a C plus. Give
C
it a C plus.
plus. Mm,
Yeah, give it a C plus.
that first party day one holds some weight. It sounds like.
That was that the price. the monthly price, month to month, and just the fact that the different tiers and the fact that like some stuff is just held back from certain things, like being able to play certain games. You know what I mean? Like the P4 and P5 versions and the PS1 and PS3 versions. I just feel like I understand having different tiers, maybe two, but the three-tier thing, I just feel like it's too much. It should either be, you got this, and if you get the plus, you get the games. You know what I mean? You
Right.
get
Yeah.
the online of the games, or you get the not some of the games, then more of the games. Like to me, I don't like it. But I mean, not saying I would purchase it because I do plan on purchasing a PlayStation 5 as soon as I can find one. Not as soon as, but here coming soon, probably before my birthday.
Right.
Uh, but I don't know, man. I also was thinking about getting an Oculus too, so we'll see.
You can't go wrong with that either. A
Whichever
lot
one
of people,
comes first.
jumping on Oculus. But yeah, I would give it a good solid since you grading it and stuff, I'd give it like a B minus, because I'm very surprised at it. I wasn't expecting this. They went ahead just like how Xbox ended up getting EA access or EA Play now. They went ahead and got some version of Ubisoft Plus or their Ubisoft subscription.
I
It's not
forgot about that part too, though. So yeah,
it's
I had to boost it up to a B minus though too. I forgot that they're adding some parts of the Ubisoft catalog
mhm.
as well. That makes a difference. I forgot they had mentioned that.
Yeah. So I know, like, yeah, they're definitely, they're on fire right now. I feel
Yeah, they're
like
definitely doing their thing.
this
Yeah,
news kind of came and went.
right
So
under the bridge, like nobody, I hadn't heard much about it. But like I said, my grade was no hate, none of that, no shade, and just my true honest opinion. But I'm actually
mhm.
proud. I'm actually proud of Sony or PlayStation for making this move right here. You know what I mean? So I think it's a
Yes, sir.
great effort in sustaining the future in this new digital service services we have going on here as far as the gaming industry is concerned.
Yes, sir. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely the news about the PlayStation Plus lineup for June 13th if you're in North and South America. And then of course, is coming out June 13th, like I said, so the launch date. So if you guys have any comments or questions, definitely go ahead and put them down there in the comment section and just let us know what you guys think of this whole announcement and give us your grade on what you would grade this launch of a Xbox Game Pass competitor and tell me what you like and what you don't like about it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to our next topic here, which is, if you didn't know, now you know that Xbox is starting to gain and do a little bit of traction in Nintendo and PlayStation's homeland. All right, so there was a article or like a report saying that the week. Let me pull it up here. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. So let's see here. So it looked like Xbox outsells PlayStation in Japan for the first time since 2014. All right. So this is an article off of GameSpot.com. And the article says that the sales in Japan for Xbox Series S last week surpassed those of PlayStation 5, making this the first time an Xbox console has outsold a PlayStation in any given week since 2014. According to Famitsu, during the week of May 9th through May 15th, the Xbox Series X sold 6,120 units. Sales of the PlayStation 5 disc version and digital edition consoles were at 2,240 and 493 units, respectively, for a combined total of 2,693. This specific incident is most likely due to the low supply of PlayStation 5 consoles, whereas Xbox Series S supply is more plentiful. Last year, Sony reportedly told analysts that shortages for its latest console will continue through 2022. The last time a similar situation happened was when the Xbox One was first released in Japan back in 2014, clocking in 23,562 units sold during its launch week, compared to the 6,373 units of PlayStation 4 consoles sold during that same time period. All right, I think that's all I have here. So so it looks like through the week of May 9th through the 15th, Xbox went ahead and outsold both PlayStation and Nintendo just during that week. Don't get it twisted like they're outselling them and they sold the most units in Japan. No, it was just during that week of May. All right, so Shane, what do you think about this? Is this good news? Is this, just blown out of proportion? Is this
Man,
anything?
is this news or what? I mean, okay, not to be big up an Xbox or nothing like that. And oh wow, I understand it's just 1 week they sold more consoles than them. And Shane, the PlayStation 5 is there not many units in the wild and blah 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 blah. Before y'all get to saying all that and roasting me and talking trash, hear me out. I, I gotta say, since 2014 they haven't outsold not 1 week.
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
crazy. I'm just happy
Mhm.
for that fact alone that finally, since 2014, Xbox has outsold in Japan, has outsold PlayStation. I mean, I just think that's incredible that Sony has managed to keep that long of a streak of outselling. I understand, native town, hometown or whatever, made there, blah, 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 whatever. I get it. People really support, what's, from their nation, yada, 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 whatever the case may be. But still, I mean, this is one, you know, they need a plaque at Microsoft for this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did it. You know what I'm saying? 1 week. Let's try to do it again. It's been since 2014. So I think it's well deserved. I think they definitely deserve a big pat on the back. So, it's definitely significant to me. Like, it means something. Like, I can't believe it, honestly. So I'm glad, man. I'm glad they did it. Now, you know, then my mind gets to wondering, hey, is it really just because of the shortages? Or is, I mean, if
Mhm.
they were fully available, would it be outselling it still in Japan? I don't know about that.
Yeah, you definitely bring up a good point. Even the article did, like, of course it's probably more than likely because of the chip shortages and the PlayStation shortages that's going on, and the simple fact that you can find an S way more easily than you can a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, you know. So I mean, but still though, that, like, I mean, why would somebody, if they have 500 just sitting there, waiting to buy that 400 or 500 just sitting there to pay for the PlayStation, and they're waiting to buy the PlayStation, what would you make? Like, why would people be like, well, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just buy this Xbox instead, like
Right.
I just feel like, why would they do that? So either A, they already got a PlayStation, well, right now PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, because with the games being cross gen, there's really no reason to, like, go ahead and jump into getting the PlayStation 5 if you already have a PlayStation 4. So more than likely, a lot of people probably skipped out on the Xbox One generation, so they went ahead and bought the cheaper Xbox to actually jump into the ecosystem, you know. So it's a lot of factors there. I don't know what exactly drove these people to buy Xboxes in Japan. I know someone, I was listening to a podcast, they were saying that they believe that, the X Cloud recently launched in Japan. So everybody knows that Japan gravitates to mobile gaming. So maybe it launched in Japan. They were able to sign up for 1 yen or whatever, $1, and
Right.
they were able to test it out and actually play some games and actually thought it was dope or what have you. And they just went ahead and saw that the S is available. Not only is it cheaper, but it's a lot smaller because, they're always worried about space
Right.
and things like that in Japan. So maybe that drove them to jump into the ecosystem at Xbox,
I'm
you
sure
know.
some people for sure.
So it's a lot of aspects that could go, but I'm like you, Shane. I think this is definitely a well worth bragging, accomplishment. Yes, it is a week, but it's a week. You got two juggernauts, Nintendo and PlayStation, in there, and this Western console was able to come in and dominate just that 1 week. uh let's see if they continue it. Let's see if we hear something about last week that just happened. And this is on the heels of, now that was right before the announcement of Starfield and Redfall being delayed, so we'll see. I know there's a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
things.
what
um
that'll affect.
yeah, what that's going to affect. I know a lot of people are saying they're unsubscribing to Game Pass currently, but they'll be back. They just feel like, yeah. I was just speaking with it about it with this guy I talked to on Twitter, real cool dude. He just thought it was funny how Xbox went ahead, or people are running with the story or the narrative that, it was like two people said that they was unsubscribing to Xbox, and everybody's thinking like, oh, making these videos on explaining why everybody's leaving Xbox, this is that and the third, or unsubscribing to Game Pass, when it's like, dude, that's not even like, that's just a couple people, you know what I'm saying? And majority of them were saying that they're going to come back. They're just unsubscribing for now, and yada, yada, yada. Like, people are definitely doing that. I mean, if I was paying monthly, I don't know if I would, just because there still are a lot of games I would like to play on the service. But if I was waiting for those big games, like, and I was paying monthly, I would definitely do that. But since I'm already locked in until 2024, it's like, hey, it's just a waiting game at this point. I'm gonna enjoy what they got right now. you know but yeah,
I
man,
agree.
this is a huge accomplishment for Xbox, that should not be taken lightly. Like I said, we'll see if this continues or if we get more news like this throughout the week or throughout the year. um I just think it's kudos to Xbox. They're doing something right. um all eyes are on them. Everybody wants to see them either succeed or fail. Like, it's just to the point where, like, all eyes are on Xbox. They know PlayStation's here to stay. They know Nintendo is here to stay. Everyone has their eyes on Xbox just because they're making these oddly great moves, and they keep having good news 1 minute and then bad news the next. It seems like they can't ride the high. They always got to keep going up and down, up and down,
All
you
right,
know. So,
can't get
um,
right.
yeah. But definitely, was there anything else you wanted to mention before we jump in over to the next topic?
Nah, man, moving along.
All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, so the next topic that we're going to go ahead and talk about, is more. I don't want to. Oh, we almost lost Shane there. I don't want to. I think this is more of a rumor, or there's no actual facts or anything like that. But I'm gonna read the article that I have for you guys here, because this did make
What's
the
the source?
rounds. Yeah, watch, you'll see that. Let me get into it real quick. All right, so definitely, looks like EA is looking to be acquired, or at least looking to merge with someone, another big company. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the article I have here for you guys. All right, so now this is an article off thegamer.com, and it says that EA is reportedly looking to sell or merge with another company. EA has held talks with NBC Universal, Disney, Apple, and Amazon. All right. So the article states, a new report has suggested that EA is looking to either sell or merge with a larger company, with the publisher having reportedly approached several tech giants over the course of the past couple of years. According to a new report by Puck via Kotaku. Now, Kotaku, that's why I said, I don't know. EA was allegedly in the final stages of a deal with NBC Universal before negotiations broke down over the price. It has also been reported that Disney, Apple, and Amazon were also among the list of companies approached by EA. Although it seems there are no potential deals in the works at the moment, the report also mentions that EA's pursuit to be acquired apparently ramped up after the announcement of Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. All right.
Mm.
So this is a tweet from Jeff Keighley. It says Electronic Arts was set to merge with NBC Universal. Four sources with knowledge of the proposal told Puck News, but the deal fell apart last month. All right. And that was on May 20th, 2022. All right. So one company that EA has particularly close ties to is Disney, with the publisher having released several Star Wars titles over the past decade. In fact, Puck's report mentions that EA could have approached Disney as recently as this March, hoping for a stronger relationship outside of potential licensing deals. All right. And yeah, that's all I had highlighted there. So there you have it there. It looks like I know this news came from Kotaku. I'm not a really big fan of Kotaku like that, but I do know this article came out and people ran with it. It seems like there may be some truth by it. So I'll go ahead and run it by you, Shane. What do you think of EA looking to be acquired or merge with another company? What do you think
Man,
about
possibilities are endless. EA merging with another company. Depending on the company, man, this could be massive or it could be catastrophic. Either it could go either way. You know what I mean? Depending on how it goes, if they're purchased up by a company or if they're just, merged with another company. Either way, you know, it could go either way, man. Like I'm excited because I feel like the whole gaming industry is in like this weird state where it's like anything can happen at any time and you don't know who's gonna pull the trigger, man.
it?
You have
Right.
no clue who's gonna swoop in and boom, pick them, you know what I mean, pick it up. Like, man, if I had the money, man, I'd be jumping. I'd jump on it, bro. I would snatch EA up. It just depends
Right.
on what I was asking, of course. But I
Yeah, yeah,
mean, they got so many properties and so many different things they could work with, man. If they got the right person just to lead it in the right way and maybe change a few things about, some of their practices or some of their things going on with some of their games, they could be doing their thing. They're already doing their thing as is with some of the games that they put out, man. Like some of the games stand alone or just hits like Apex and all that kind of stuff. Like that's free to play. The game is just booming,
yeah,
making money. That's all I see all over the internet. People, I thought about getting back into playing it for real. I used to be in
yeah.
it real tough at first, but it just got out of control because man, people were getting super good, man, super duper good.
Nothing's changed. Like they're still
Yeah, I
good.
already know. I already know. But I was contending with them though. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
but I fell off, and then once I fell off, I just haven't had the passion to get back in because I know they changed the map up, and I'm like, man, I'm not sure if I'm ready to have to relearn a new map, learn all the new places, learn how everything works again, learn who I'm running with, who's my
Yeah,
backup, two people, who this and man. But I did have
yeah,
fun playing the game. And they have several other games too. Several. I mean, I don't even, we looked up the list right before we got on, and man, they got some heat in the vault for you for real. So
yeah.
whoever acquires this, I mean, it can make or break them, man, because this could be a pretty penny. But even with the merger, I'm sure I feel like it's going to cost an arm and a leg. Somebody's going to have to give up something. They're going to want something for this.
You
You know
think
what I mean?
you think upwards to 68 Billy?
68 milli
Yeah,
or
that's what Micro
6.8 milli?
no 68 Billy. Any
68 milli?
yeah, yeah. That's what Activision is being bought for right now.
Yeah, Activision. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I could say it's up there, man. It's up. I ain't gonna
It's
say
up
it's
there.
68 Billy, but I can say it's up there, man. I don't know
Yeah,
about
it's
68.
yeah, it's definitely up there. I don't even know how. I'm trying to think because I think 68 billion. If Activision's worth 68 billion,
Right.
and then a studio like Bethesda was worth 8
Six.
billion.
Right.
Like I'm trying to calculate, like, okay, obviously, I mean, either Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, all them other games was worth so much freaking money.
Because of the
Like
money they're
so
bringing
much.
in already
Yeah,
off themselves. It's not really about the amount of games;
exactly.
it's about the
Yeah,
caliber of the game and
exactly.
that your person. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily, you know.
Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't know. I know a lot. I know you were talking highly of EA, but we all know that they also had their lows a lot
Oh
recently,
yeah,
especially like
yeah,
this past decade.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, they definitely had some issues with a lot of games that could have been fixed or resolved easily if they just had the right people in position to catch these things and point these things out and just give the care and detail to these games that they're needed and stop being such a money cash grab all the time.
mhm,
Because I feel like a lot of their games are cash grab oriented. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
know, like buy these loot bucks, and then spend them with us on these randomized items, and you know
yeah.
what I mean. I just feel like it's a
That-
lot of cash grab with a lot of their games, and I mean, I feel like you already purchased the game. Not every game should be trying to swindle me to get more money out of me. So I just wish
exactly.
they would tone that down a bit. I don't mind it so much in certain games, but it's just like every game is not a you know what I'm saying? Like a subscription based game to where I need to be buying battle passes and upgrade my armor and on every game. That's just not. I don't need to be buying chests and stuff on every game to progress. I just feel like that's taking some of the fun out of some games. But
And
it's
then the fact that they're not even listening to fans. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
Like, you know, like I was giving them the benefit of the doubt that they here recently they started to like kind of make a little comeback, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they came out with Apex, and then, you know, they came out with the Jedi Fallen Order, you know, and they started to like actually listen and, you know, just do better. And then this whole Battlefield thing came back and bit them in the butt, you know, which, you know, as me, like I wasted my money on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those victims, you know what I'm saying? That paid for the $100 version to come with all the battle passes and DLCs and everything that they're going to come out with or was supposed to, and they just didn't deliver, you know, just because I'm a super big Battlefield fan. And the way that they're just treated the game and handled the game, it like really burnt me as a person who, you know, was still, like I was saying, like it was just mainly that franchise. I really haven't touched their other franchises like that, but as me being a big Battlefield fan, that really just burnt me.
Me,
um
me
so I'm
too.
definitely a little bit more cautious about, you know, EA. And I can actually see like maybe it's been a decade, man, and they've just had a lot more misses than wins, you know. So maybe they're like, hey, this is, you know, 2020 is totally different. Studios getting bought up. Like, let's
I
just
think
go ahead and pull the plug and just live life, sell for
that
billions.
right. And cooler. I just think they need somebody to come in and give it the TLC it needs. Somebody to come in that has their ear to the
Mhm,
industry and somebody that's on Twitter and listens to people and, cares about their customer. Because at the end of the
mhm.
day, we're what drive your business. If
Yep,
we're not satisfied with the product, you have no product.
yep.
I mean, like,
So, I mean, we'll see. I know that's why people are like, "Oh man, Xbox need to go ahead and swoop them up, or PlayStation need to go ahead and swoop them up."
but they're
But
probably scared.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, potentially. I agree. I would be too. And for the simple fact that I'm sure Microsoft would scoop them up, but they're still busy working on that Activision Blizzard deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to take some time. So they're probably not going to be
Ah,
purchasing
not
anything
true,
anytime soon.
not true. I actually got heard something to win. I seen the other day online where they were saying that it's actually progressed further along than what we thought. That it should be closing. They didn't give a time frame or anything that, but they just said sooner than what we think. That's moving along fine, pretty
Yep,
much.
I heard that too. I heard that too. Yeah, it definitely said that it's moving a lot quickly, and like a lot of people are saying some crazy stuff like that acquisition could be done by the end of this year. I'm like, I mean, I'm still giving them the benefit of the doubt. They said early next year. I'm gonna give them until early next year. Like just because they say it's moving fast, it means that it's moving smooth in my ears.
Right,
Like
it's moving
everything is
along.
hitting, not like, oh yeah, we're further than we thought we would be. No, they
Right,
didn't say that.
right. That is good.
Yeah, no. They just said that everything's moving fast, which means everything is just moving forward. So I mean, it would be nice. That's just me, just so I don't get my hopes up. If they announce something like that, like people are trying to
And
say,
correct
hopefully
me if
it's
I'm wrong, but I believe that while they're purchasing one company, while they're going through all this, they can't like go into the process of purchasing anything else. Correct? They have to wait
yeah.
for this
I
deal to
mean,
go through.
I'm not. This isn't my field or anything,
I
but yeah, that's
believe,
that's
yeah,
that's what I believe too. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
they have
think
to
that they
wait for this
can,
deal to close before they can purchase anything else. Right? So
especially
they
something
want to
as
get it.
big as this.
They want to get it done as soon as possible. Yeah, they definitely got to get all this worked out before they can try to purchase anything else. And they're dying right now, seeing Sony pick up all the stuff they picked up and all this other
Yeah,
stuff being up for sale. It's eating at them. They're like, man,
yeah, Oh, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, eating at them is probably
not
things
like
that's being
that, but
missed, but man, once you get Call of Duty, it's a wrap. Like you was saying when I still remember when you told me that's all your boy play on his PlayStation, Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I gotta pay.
he max out
Xbox
every
people
gun.
get it for free? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Is he
he about to get an Xbox. That's what he is. He's like, yeah, man, I was gonna get a P5. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and get the Xbox, man.
Yeah.
You think you can find me one? I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Probably. I was like, they be around. I was like, you probably get an Xbox quicker than you get a P5, but you can get
Yeah.
both. Probably, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard
Mhm.
to
That's
get
funny.
an
Yeah, I mean,
Xbox.
but that's what Xbox wanted. But of course, we turned this into an Xbox segment. EA, definitely I could see EA being purchased or acquired or merged with somebody else. I feel like the leadership there, they're just done. Or in my eyes, it's just me on the outside looking in. I feel like, like I said, nobody wants to deal with that. If that was the case, it felt like people maybe at Activision, they would still be willing to, who wants to give up their cash cow with Call of Duty and stuff like that. Oh no, that they got into a little bit of trouble. So they're like, yeah, we're going to sell and we're just going to be sipping mojitos on the beach. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel like EA is looking to do the same thing. And yeah, we'll see if this is true or if it's just some rumors going around. So with that
Exciting
being
summer. Exciting summer.
yes, definitely. It's starting to heat up. Everybody knows that this is no, gamer season is during the fall, but everybody know this is pre-gamer season coming up right now. So, but let's go ahead and close out the show here. Um, So, yeah, so I just want to go ahead and thank everyone for making it to the end of the show here with all the topics that we talked about, the PlayStation announcing their PlayStation Plus lineup of games and the release date happening sometime in June on June 13th if you're in North and South America. And we also talked about what was it? The Xbox outselling PlayStation and Nintendo the week of May 9th through the 15th. And we just got done talking about EA potentially wanting to merge with or be acquired by other companies. So go ahead, man. If you needed to leave a comment or have anything to say about what we just discussed, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. Let us know what you think. If you disagree or agree with us, we would really love to hear feedback from you. Also, go ahead and if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and click the like button as well, just so we can start you can start seeing us more in the YouTube algorithm. So I just want to thank you guys so much. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Donny Tress, DONNYTR, the number 3S. Like I said, you follow me, I'll follow you. Love talking about video games, movies, pop culture, music, sports, what have you. I am there. I am with it. So definitely go ahead and follow me. Shane, is there where could these guys follow you guys at? Or follow you?
Follow me on Twitter. That's at Terp Tech. It should be right here on the screen somewhere. Right, yeah, right there, right there, right there.
There it is. There it
Yeah.
is.
So it's TURPTECH. Give me a follow, DM me, whatever, man. And also, I don't know, give out my gamer tag as if anybody wants to jump on. I'll be on GTA 5 a lot, whatever. If you want to jump on that or might try to get back into Apex, like I was saying. Maybe run a couple rounds of that, man. It's King Turp, KINGTURP. That's King Turp on Xbox Live. So, man, like I want to thank y'all, like I always do. Like I said, we do this because we love it, not because we have to. You know what I'm saying? This is our passion, so we can do this all day, every day. No fuss, no fret. We here, we love it, and we're gonna continue to keep doing this, man. And just please like, comment, subscribe. Please let us know your rating on the PlayStation, the new PlayStation Plus Essential tiers and stuff. There, let us know your letter grade. We ended up coming down to it. We ended up figuring out a B minus between
B minus.
ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
So let us know what you all think. If they're moving in the right direction or if they need to do something else, man. I'd like to thank y'all for listening and tuning in, man.
Yeah, definitely share this podcast with your friends and family. Let them know, we would love to grow that subscriber base. I think we've been sitting at 25 subscribers for a few weeks now. So definitely, if you could just help us raise that number up, we would really, really, really appreciate it. Like I said, we got something special here going on.
Road
But
to 100.
yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, yeah. That gotta go start small. Trying
Slow
to go for
grind.
50,
Slow
50, then
grind.
100, then 150, then so on and so forth. But yeah, man. Definitely, like I just said, man, we just love doing this, love providing you with this content. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Other than that, man, you already know it's been fun. It's been real. But until next time, never stop gaming. Peace.
Yeah.